Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official draw for the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship China 2015. My name is Sally Kim and I'll be your MC for the draw today. This year, the championship will be taking place in Nanjing, China, and we would like to thank Chinese Football Association for their efforts in hosting the competition. 8 teams will be participating in the final stage of the competition, and top 3 ranked teams will represent the AFC in the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup 2016 held in France. It's now time for the official draw of the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship China 2015, but before we start, let's watch the action from the 2013 edition, introducing the 8 participating teams. Now let us start the draw process by welcoming onto the stage the AFC Women's Competitions Manager, Ms. Jessica.
Thank you, Sally. Distinguished guests, representatives from media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to attend the official draw for the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship China 2015. Before we go into the draw, I would like to introduce you a video which will help you understand better on how we will conduct the draw for today.
The following 8 teams from the Asian Football Confederation will participate in the AFC U-19 Women's Championship China 2015. The teams will be divided into 2 groups of 4 teams each, Group A and Group B. As the competition host, China PR shall be the top-seeded country. The other teams will be ranked according to their placing at the AFC U-19 Women's Championship China 2013. As hosts, China PR will be ranked at position 1 and will be placed in A1 during the draw. There will be 4 country pots. Pot number 1 comprises of teams ranked 1 and 2. China PR and Korea Republic. Pot number 2 comprises of teams ranked 3 and 4, DPR Korea and Japan. Pot number 3 comprises of teams ranked 5 and 6, Australia and Thailand. Pot number 4 comprises of teams ranked 7 and 8, IR Iran and Uzbekistan. The draw will begin with the following sequence. A ball will be drawn randomly from pot number 4, and the first ball out from this pot will be placed in position A4. Similarly, the remaining ball will be placed in position B4. Next, a ball will be drawn randomly from pot number 3 and will be placed in position A3. Similarly, the remaining ball drawn will be placed in position B3. Similarly, the same procedure will be applied for pot number 2 for position E2. The remaining ball will be placed in position E2. Host country China PR, placed in pot number 1, shall be drawn first and placed in A1. The second ball drawn from pot number 1 will be placed in position B1. This will conclude the draw for the AFC U-19 Women's Championship China 2015.
Okay, now as you could see, we have the 8 finalist team on the stage. The name of the team on the stage in front of us. And we're going to put their names in the draw pots respectively according to their seeding explained in the video. We start from pot 1. It will comprise of 2 teams. The host, China. They will be placed in a different color of ball. Another team in pot 1 is the defending champion, Korean Republic. For pot 2, we have the seeding number 3 and 4, 2 teams. One is DPR Korea, runner-up of the competition in 2013. Another team is Japan. They were the champion of the competition in 2009 and 2011. Moving on to pot 3, it will comprise 2 teams. One is Australia, qualified from Group C of the qualifiers. And the other team in pot 3 is Thailand, winner of Group D in the qualifiers of the competition. Moving to the last pot, pot 4, seeding number 7 and 8, the 2 teams. Islamic Republic of Iran. They qualified from Group B. And the last team we put in pot 4, Uzbekistan. Winner of Group A in the competition qualifiers. Okay, now we have all the country names in place. We will conduct the draw. So we will start from pot number 4. The first team coming from pot number 4 will be placed in A4. The first team for the official draw of Under-19 Women's Championship is Uzbekistan. They will be in A4, and this will be the first time that they are in the final stage of this competition. And the remaining team will be in B4. Iran. It is also the first time for them to be in the final stage of AFC Under-19 Women's Competition. Moving on to pot number 3. These 2 teams will go to A3 and D3. First team from pot number 3 is Australia. And the remaining team from pot 3 will go to B3, together with Iran. Team is Thailand. Coming to pot number 2, two teams who will go to Group A and Group B, occupy position number 2. First team coming from Pot 2, group together with Australia, Uzbekistan. In Group A, the team is Japan. Fourth place team of the last edition. And the next team from Pot 2 will go to B2 with Thailand and Iran. Team is Korea. Coming to Pot 1, comprise the host and defending champion of the competition. We will draw the host first. They will go to Group A, Division 1, China. And the remaining team of Pot 1 will go to B1. Korean Republic, champion of the last division. That concludes the official draw for the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship China 2015. Now we have the two groups of 8 teams. Group A with teams of China, Japan, Australia, and Uzbekistan. Group B of teams Korean Republic, DPR Korea, Thailand, and Iran. Thank you for your attention, and we wish all the teams give their best performance during the competition.
Thank you, Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the official draw for the AFC Under-19 Women's Championship China 2015. We wish all the teams the very best. The draw event ends here, but the excitement remains high for the competition, which commences in August. Thank you for coming and have a pleasant day.